They're having food. Feed the cat. If anything, I pet the cat constantly. Okie dokes. Back to finish blesses thing. That's kind of important and has a lot of things to do. So I can do. Do I need for anything? I can waste one more set of dice. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna waste the 2 6s in this. Delicately spin the spur, unwinding the silk cloth without it tearing. This thumbs you on the arm. She's impressed. Yes, I need to do this so fast, so hard. Okay, we are good. We are good now. I'm gonna go down. I'm waiting on my own Memphis to continue our story. Like the amount of cool characters is amazing. Like, there is no like bad character that fucks you over, except Ethan. But I don't care about Ethan anymore. Cognitive condition back up. Reroll. He didn't get good enough dice. I know I can get this to a 5, which gives me 2 completed. I'll try Yannick again. I think he's gonna lose energy. That's okay. This is like a secondary job. I have enough fungi and stuff to feed myself. So let's try. Let's risk it. The danger is something I don't like. Oh fuck. Too good. This was not worth it. Not worth it at all. When is this ship coming? God damn it, 2 cycles. I screwed myself over. I screwed myself over with something major. Fuck. Thanks, well, I don't need this. I fucked myself over so hard. Thing is, I can't get any scrap without getting that +2. And that's a dangerous engaged job, so I can't really go at it like my job. If I end the day, I lose. If I even use scrap to go back to the next level, I will go back down again. So that's not gonna be helpful at all. I screwed myself over. I'm gonna lose the dice, and I can't recover it until unless I spend the next whole day doing mushrooms for me. There is not a mushroom that gives me condition, I think, unless I complete that quest and discover that these mushrooms give me condition, which I believe they do. I solely believe they do. Good energy. I'm gonna do a hack. And then I'm gonna end the day. And next day I'm gonna waste maybe 3 dice to complete. I don't even care about cash. The next time that ship shows up, I'm buying 3 scrap. So ending the day and seeing what happens next. I think is this gonna waste my time not fixing the ship. These dice, not good. Not good, not bad. Like I can maybe, I need to increase my condition at least 2 times before I can continue the war. So let's try this. Do it now. So not doing danger things without making sure I can actually do it. Okay, awesome. I can do this. But the condition is back to good. I can waste the 1 scrap that I have. fix myself. That work with the Yatagan just screwed me over so bad. Okay, now we're good. Send this. We'll still have time to work on this. Okay, this is gonna help me a lot. Why cryo? Oh, because of the interface action. It's a danger, I'm not gonna risk it. Definitely not gonna risk it even with +2. Next day I'm gonna work more on it. Jesus, this is so... Ugh. Stress. What else can I do that is meaningless, but it's gonna give me something? I don't need monies. I don't really need foods. I need energy, but it might fail this. I mean, it's safe. I'm risking for that. Let's try it. The energy. Cool. 8-5. Okay, we are good. We can recover. And next cycle, I think the dude with the scrap is gonna come, and I'm just gonna throw all of the cryo at him, just like hit him with it as much as I can. Okay, 6s, good, feed cat. Nothing just stabilizing into my ass more. Where is it? There he is. Okay, we have enough cash. Let's buy some scrap. So I'm not gonna use this. Fuck, I get ship mined. I don't need ship mined fragments. Fuck. It's available. Okay, I don't need ship mines. Oh, damn it. Let's go and finish this up. This one. Okay, this is gonna be good. +6. Okay, that's good. Reroll this. Awesome, I'm gonna complete this. I'm definitely gonna complete this, I don't care. Transfer intercept, yes. Experimental sail deployment probably. Now we can. The atmosphere in the airlock is euphoric. You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore, and aching idiots. Sleeper, that was incredible! She punches you on the arm. I never thought we were going to make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. I'm just glad it's over. We make a good team. Bliss smiles, a winning smile. As the lock's inner door clinks open, Moritz gives a rare whoop. He looks exhausted too, and for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying tools and parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper, Bliss! He shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought there was no way. Why, thank you, Moritz, she winks, for believing in us. Moritz rolls his eyes. You know what I mean? Take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the racks to store it. Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honors. She nods to the ragged-looking console that Moritz assembled. I don't want to jinx it. Yeah, please, let me do it, Jesus. She smiles, but you can see she is genuinely nervous. Don't worry. I'll stop worrying when the chits are in my hands and I'm giving them to a Kimball bartender. You glide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you are doing through the flickering cracked display, but after a moment you see the accounts. And there it is! Almost 1,000 cryo! What? Set in the Bay transfer account. Well? Bliss calls. Have we been screwed again? It's there. We did it! Bliss kicks off from the floor and spins up into the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Moritz by surprise. He knocks a rack of pots, scattering handfuls of metal films across the bay. The sight is something. glistening steel catching the work lights like glitter. Sorry, says Bliss, grinning when she comes back down. I needed that. She kicks off and joins you at the terminal. Moritz even managed to sell that produce. We made a tidy profit. Eventually, she laughs. Here. She loads a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the crier to them. This is your cut. Bliss hands you the chits. Thank you for believing in this place. She looks away and smiles, even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. All I would have taken was one more push. Now this place is sparking again. Work is coming in, there are funds in the accounts, even Moritz has a spring in his step. We both look over at him, happily racking up tools. That's because of you, she punches you in the arm. He likes you. He's a good kid. He isn't bad, is he? She leans in closer. You know he came here looking to rob the place? I gave him a job instead, she laughs. Don't tell him I told you that. I just thought it might help you understand the kid. Moritz turns to look at you, and both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it is time to change the subject. You going to be okay? Me? Always. She looks away. From here on out, it's going to be a little easier. We're going to look for some component contracts, stuff that will keep us inside the bay, not out in the black. No need to risk our necks if we don't need to. You want to cash out? That's fine, but there will always be work for you here when you need it. I appreciate it. There wasn't "I'll be back" or quotation marks on that again. I'm a QA tester in blood, apparently. Fuck me. She smiles and then, out of nowhere, quickly gives you a hug. She steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care, she says, softly. You too. You turn to leave. In sleeper? Yes? She smiles. Don't spend that all on once. Don't spend it all at once. Well, okay, I got 300. I don't care. Even if it's 1,000. I could have spent that to buy the ship. Fucking ship code I was... ship point that I was... messing about. Okay, so what is this? The Bay is taking on low-scale repair contracts now. Moritz is happy to offload some of the work to Gold. Moritz has heard Bliss speaking with someone remotely. Is there another job coming in? Probably in 6 days, and I think I know what it is. Anyways, we have done that. We have a +3 to upgrade to something, or do the endure thing, which I probably will have to actually give up and do. Anyway, let's talk to Amphis. There is some sadness to be had. Amphis is preparing the Matsutake caps. He cleans them carefully with a damp cloth before shaving the stalks as if he was sharpening a pencil. His knife slides through them, revealing the bright white of the flesh within. These are good, Slipper. Very good, he says without looking. I bartered with Ming Ji for some kelp too, so we can brew the dashi. Dashi? Soup base. Very good. He slides the sliced Matsutake mushrooms to one side and takes out a closed pan. He opens the lid and you see the green wafer of kelp sitting in a bath of water. Been soaking it since last cycle, Memphis explains. Should be good to warm now. He places the pan over the burner and turns it on low. We have some time now. He wipes his hands clean and throws the cloth over his shoulder. However, there is one difference this cycle. He smiles. You have been the one providing the ingredients, so it is my turn to provide the story. Okay, good. This story is important to me. He gestures for you to go sit on the falling stool behind the star. You see these? Amphis runs a hand over his forearm, tracing the circular scars that mark them like perfect bite marks. Conway called it an anchored interface rig, a mechanical control device for piloting a heavy-duty extraction suit in low-G industrial operations. We called it the bone suit. So like connectors and stuff like that. And Conway again. He points to a pattern of larger circles on his shoulder. They drill in and anchor it here, then all the way down the Wait, what now? They actually drilled something, a mechanical suit, through your skin to your bones? That's one bones? Jesus, that, wow. So, he healed them over? Medical advancement. He taps each scar on the way. It maps mechanical movements to the suit exactly, a one-to-one mechanical replication. You swing your arm, a 2-ton arm swings too. You should have seen the recruitment vids. Strong people in even stronger suits, tearing through stone and scrap. Superheroes. Half my graduation year signed up, from company school to company shuttle. Conway from birth to death. He stares off into the distance for a moment, fighting with memories. But the bone suits weren't good. The rate of failures was high, and failures meant arms torn off, anchors torn out, broken bones, bad stuff. So after a while, Conway discontinued them. No longer competitive, they said. He checks the broth, turning down the heat and adding the mushrooms. So there we were, hundreds of us, with surgical alterations for suits that didn't work. They sent us home, back to that company colony that spat us out to be cleaners, drivers, cooks. They gave us drugs for the pain and told us to make something of ourselves. When I deserted, bribing some passing spacers to take me into orbit, there were only me and a couple of others left. The rest just faded away. Arthritis, osteoporosis. They folded in on themselves like paper lanterns. That was my generation. The anchor points still ache, still burn. He touches the scars. But what burns worse is the betrayal. I've been on the eye a long time now, but that will never fade. Not the faces of my friends. Amphis reaches over and sprinkles a handful of leaves into the broth. It is ready. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I will not let their story die, and as long as I'm telling it, it will remain. Amphis pours the broth into a double-walled metal bowl and hands it to you. The heat radiates through your hands, and the smell drifts up, rich and sharp, like a pine forest after the rain. It is amazing. Like this is telling a story. Like the collapse sounds like it's happened like 100 years ago, but it's mostly like it happened maybe like 30 years ago or something like that. Maybe 40 or something. Like it happened in a generation, and there's still technological advancements. And for this, like the bone suits were made, and like maybe like let's say he's 50 years old, maybe like he looks 40. So like in a generation, the bone suits were introduced. There were so many failures. There was a generation who used them, and then a generation suffers. This is like corporate advancement. Like in 20 years, there is so much advancement that there's stuff that became obsolete completely. And we can see that even now. Like 20 years ago, there was stuff that was used regularly, and now it's completely obsolete. Like one of the things that you can obviously notice is like the CRT monitors for like PCs and all that. Like that's absolutely obsolete. You can still see them somewhere, somehow, like in stuff being used, but it's like obsolete technology. Like corded phones. You can still see them. They're used, but why? Why would you use them? It's kind of obsolete when you have cell phones. Maybe I'm not making good examples. I'm probably not making good examples. Somebody is gonna rage at me in the comments, but like there's stuff that has been used. It's been a generation has used them, and it was like the best thing ever and stuff, and then it became obsolete completely. Let's say consoles, like gaming consoles, a Sega Genesis, a Sony, like the first Sony console. Like, generations grew up on those. They were buying them, they were games and that. You can still use them and play them, but they're completely obsolete. There are no new games for that. Like maybe somebody will make a random ROM or something for that, but it's not like you can, slot it in, use it, and play it. It's based on the system. Again, maybe not the best comparison, but like this, it seems like it's been just not even like, let's say these guys live for 100 years. Let's say the medical technology has advanced that much that anybody can live 100 years, maybe a little bit more. It still seems like it's not that far off that all of this happened and the stuff is changing. It's amazing. The storytelling is cool. You drink the broth slowly, chewing the mouthstake and thinking. Memphis busies himself with cleaning the pans and the bowl, sealing the kelp back up for another day. Then he quietly comes to sit with you while you finish your meal. Neither of you speak, preferring instead to let the story linger in the air a little longer. It is not that there is nothing to say, it is that sometimes, in the moments after something, speaking breaks the spell. Really good lines. This is really, really good lines. I really copy some of these to use for whatever. RP, I don't know. So you both idle, eager to be in each other's company. Memphis taking longer over his cleaning, his packing, and you savoring the final dregs broth. When you finally finish and hand him the bowl, you feel the spell break, and the story leaves you both. As you leave, you know that both of you are somehow a little more empty and a little more full than before. Beautiful. Really. Achievement unlocked. Story Eater. How about you? Ooh, 14 out of 27, and like 7 of them are, or 6 or 8 are story endings, so Jesus, still have more. Scrap fighter, yeah, I got all the scrap, that's all good. I have shitty dice that I can only hack shit with. I'm not touching this for a long while. I don't know what is gonna trigger. There is no like list of quests and quest steps, just stuff. And these are all kind of like the end. So find a nurturing grow bed with the seed. Yannick's trust. Well, not really. Okay, there are some stuff. There is 4 things to do. How many points do I have? 4. I think the only thing I can work for is Yannick's trust. And maybe see what's gonna happen up top. So I have shitty dice, which I'm gonna use. Yeah, that's the main thing. Because I don't really need cash at all at this point, but in case I need these hackers' data or something for one of the next steps, I want to get prepared. Like I can get something before, but all of the tasks that I mostly need done are dangerous, so that's not a worthwhile endeavor. Like even collecting samples, it's risky. So use some energy. I can give her more of these. Let's give her one more. The thing is, I don't think I need to wait for anything else. Like, I'm waiting up above for ships to show up, and I need to do Yannick's things. So I'm pretty good, but I need to waste this. I'm gonna try and keep it as high as possible, actually. So I think this is the highest. Maybe there's one more stuff, but I'm gonna keep it like this, so I don't screw myself over again, in case I lose some condition. Okay, we can go. We can try. This was engage. Factories, restaurants, surgeries, schools, layers of block are rich with stories and problems to solve. You are starting to learn them all. Did anything happen? Oh, wait, not that. Panic. I'm living in that block as well, so. Yep, I'm just gonna go. Factories, blah blah blah. I can complete it, or I go do mushroom. I'm gonna go do mushroom. If I get more stuff, I'm gonna come back. If I reroll 2, then get 5 or 6. I need to get conditional. And reroll. That's good. I'm gonna go use it on this. Because it's gonna give me spores, which I need. Is this? Ah, fuck, this is. Ah, this is done. Ah, bloody hell. Who knows how many cycles that is done. Anyway, back. Complete the Yannick thing. Complete the whole quest line. See what's gonna happen next. Okay, Sabine, you almost laugh when you see it. The same small recorder stuck to a different wall this time, written across the fluorescent tape is the familiar word sleeper. You grab it quickly. Rabia says sorry. Sabine's voice speaks up once again. She says she didn't have time to brief you before setting you up with the old man. I'm sure you've got the play by now. Earn his trust, work the block, then we need you to get into his office. It's risky, but obviously you are the only one of us he doesn't already know. Either way, we need to locate the link to SNR. You hear a shout in the background of the recording. Rabia says be careful. No, they're working together. That's awesome. That's bloody awesome. I love it. Sabine continues. The data suggests there is some relay processing the implant data and sending it to SNR, but we can't lock down its position. Either he's moving it, or it's moving itself, or it is rerouting through other relays. We can't understand it. Maybe you can find some details on it in his office. Once he trusts you, you should be able to get close enough to get in the office. You'll get one shot at this. The recording creaks and whines. That's the final piece of the puzzle to end this. A pause. Good luck, Sleeper. I'm sorry to. Be safe. The recording clicks off, leaving you in silence. You pocket the recorder, just in case, and walk away. Looks like it is up to you. I'm a fucking secret agent, man! Secret agent, man! Anyway. Oof. Critical action. Relay located. Yannick has asked you to collect his medicine from his office. Now is the only chance to find us in relay. I hope that doesn't work out if I end the cycle, because I have no dice. None at all. Let us see if I fuck myself over or not. Feed the cat. No, I did not. Okay. Well, before that, should go collect some mushrooms. And maybe some Crayola this time. God damn it. It's not like I need any, it's just like, okay, cool, we got some Crayola. That's awesome. Get some more. Random mushroom. Yeah. Where is Memphis? Is he just... Shit, maybe I need to give him the other thing. Forgot about that. Memphis... Ah, no. He's just... His questline is complete. Okay, collected everything here. Can buy... shipbind, I don't know why. I mean, I can buy it for... I literally can buy it for 80 and then sell it for 150. Sure, why not? I have enough money. I literally have money to burn at this point. Yeah. So I have 3. Is anything happening in Vampire? Yeah. I should put some stuff just for myself. I like to spend time with Starla. I haven't been working the bar, but I haven't been doing this. I'm rich. I have the monies. Anyway. Oh yeah, let me check. How many turns until whatever this happens? There's quite a few. Let's keep it out. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, not gonna waste the 6, maybe I'll need it. Let's find the relay. Maybe I'll need 6 for hacking. You spot the countermeasure on the drawer moments before you touch it. This has to be it, but you can't crush it. Oh boy. You look at the countermeasure on the drawer. It looks like some kind of shock trap. If you grab the drawer, you likely have thousands of volts running through your system right now. You wins. Once you find the anchor points, it comes comes away easily enough. You praise it from the drawer quickly and quietly, then listen for footsteps in the corridors outside. Nothing. All clear for now. You slide the drawer open, looking for other countermeasures that might be inside, expecting to see a chunk of tech, a relay. But as you slip it open, all you see is a handful of wires and an empty implant cable. Is this some kind of mistake? You freeze for a moment, unsure what to do next. Why keep an implant cradle so carefully guarded? You remember Yannick having an implant, a small plate on the side of his head, just above his ear. You assumed it was for hearing or vision. Those shimmering glasses of his come back to you in your memory, his strange movements, his speech. You look again at the cradle, and there it is, printed in the frame. Proprietary technology, property of SNR. Abia said the relay moved. That they couldn't get a fix on it. What if Yannick was the relay? Of course he is. Bloody fuck. Of course he is. The thought hits you like a shock. Yannick with a remote relay implanted in his head. Network to every single implanted enforcer in the low end. A shudder runs through you. Is he even in control? Or has SNR wormed its way into the man? Could he even be considered separate from the corporation itself? Jesus, have they known of his here all along? All of the Sabine, everything that... Oh shit. If I were... Abia has those. Unless they had some kind of scrambler or something. He knows everything we did. Oh boy, this ain't gonna end well. Could even consider separate from the corporation. So, you think of your own legal status as proprietary technology. Puppet. Cut strings. Time to cut Yannick's strings then. You reach around inside the cradle and find it, a remote connection, a tiny bead of a transmitter, likely controlling the link to SNR. And there it is. You pause for a moment, then you squeeze it, snap it from the frame, and it crumbles, sparks, and dies. It takes a moment before the shouts come, before the scream, and you are already on your way out, down the corridor, down through the unit, serves as the body to Yannick's office. What scream? Did he die? Did he kill over? Literally? And he's old man, so medicine, what kind of medicine? Then out the walkway where Yannick lies still, and forces gather around him bemused. I'll approach. You push through the crowd, and there he is, still crumpled. You arrange him a little, lie him down properly, feeling how thin his body is under his suit. You wonder how long he has been like this, a puppet for SNR. With the connection cut, nothing remains but his body, which means that Yannick, the man, was gone a long time before. You place a hand on his chest. You are sorry for him, but it is done now, and you did not kill this man. You've seen enough. The connection is cut, and whatever Yannick was, or had become, is gone. Your anger is a hard core in your chest, and all of it is focused on SNR. So technically he was mind controlled constantly by some literal office worker in somewhere around system, somewhere who knows where. He was running around as Yannick through low end doing stuff, looking through his eyes and all that, and whenever he was sleeping maybe he was just turned off. It was literally a zombie flash puppet. Which kind of concerns me because he would die. I don't know how they did this. Achievement unlocked. Remote control. I need to wait 4 seconds. The aftermath. The low end is wild with stories about Yannick's death. You're still waiting for Abia to get in touch, but trust that she will. I trust that she will. Okay, we have pretty much completed everything that we need to do, more or less. Enter the greenway, we did, there's Yannick, I'm dead. Clockheads, I'm gonna go do that. Side of the horizon. I can complete it in literally a run. Any of these. Well, this. So my situation is stable. But I'm gonna go fungi a bit. Addition, wasting attacks. Good. I think these fungi are gonna bring me to the level to be able to fix my condition. So we'll see what happens now. We hand them over to Rico, who immediately begins working on samples. Rico, oh wait. Rico is at her bench, running small vials of some liquid through an old chemical analysis machine. The whirring of the spinning drum fills the lab with white noise, and you aren't sure if she notices your approach. Sleeper, it is good to see you. She looks up, smiling. This little project of ours has been keeping me awake the past few cycles, but right now, well, I think I have something. You should rest. I know my limits, she laughs at herself. I just don't like paying attention to them. The drum finishes spinning and Rico lifts a vial from it, holding it up to the light. This is something I extracted from those clubheads you've been bringing me, and according to my analysis, this is a substance totally unique on the Greenway. You look at the small amount of liquid in the vial. Any idea what it might be? Rico asks without looking away from the vial. I'm gonna ask this, it is stabilizer. Rico nods. You aren't the first sleeper to come through here. Perhaps I should have mentioned that earlier. I know, the other one died. Rico's tone suddenly drops, changing the atmosphere in the lab immediately. I just thought... She pauses, thinking very carefully of how to continue. I just wanted you to trust us. What do you mean? She sighs. They came through a few cycles ago. We found them wandering in the broken section near the gap. The members who brought them in had never seen one of you before. They were terrified of this strange person wandering in from open vacuum. They were quieter than you and damaged. We did our best to patch them up and welcome them to the commune. I only really spoke to them once, while I was working on their wounds along with a couple of systems engineers. She looks nervously at you. I'd never seen a body like that before. Took some reading, some samples. I think it was the one that we found in the Greenway stacked with tubes with the mercenary. I think that was the one. Samples? You have to understand, I was curious. I didn't know what I was looking at. Just took a little damaged material, less than a thumbnail. She shifts her weight to her crutch. The next cycle they were gone. They took a little food and hiked up towards the wild margins where the Greenway meets the wastes. Someone saw them in the distance, but that was it. They disappeared into the overgrowth. Yep, I think that was the one. God damn it. I could have saved her. God fucking damn it, I could have shopped her. I have so many fucking shipmind cores. I don't know what to fucking do with them as how many I have. I could have saved her. God damn it, if I didn't click on that. This cements it. I'm doing a second playthrough. I am definitely doing it no commentary, and I'm just speed running through the game. This is already more than 8 hours, I think, that I've played this, which is amazing, and I love it. She sits down heavily, the vial in her hand. When I saw you, I wanted things to be different. I wanted to keep you here, rather than let you disappear into wherever they ended up. She smiles to herself. Yes, I wanted to understand this place better, but I also wanted to help you. It seems that somehow both my wishes have come true at once. She holds out the hand with the vial. This is for you. You take the stabilizer, the glass cold and smooth in your palm. Also missing quotation marks. How? Those clubhead caps made for you, or at least who or whatever made those clubheads. She starts to clear her bench. It was right there, contained in their tissue. I only had to extract it. I imagine you understand how incredible that is. I learned enough from that sleeper to know that your body, your frame, it runs on some exotic technology that has time limit built in. Somehow, the Greenway knows that too, and understands your psychology much better than I ever could. It knows how to treat you. Just like that miraculous antidote that sprung from the mold, so this sprung from your presence here. Not mine, the other sleepers. he whatever interacted with probably through her mind, through her connection with the gardener. I'm calling it the gardener because I forgot what's his name, but I'm calling it the gardener. So when so it will actually, I found spores that were meant for them. It was meant for them to grow those clubheads to keep themselves alive. Which means if I, well, the thing is, I don't have spores. I will need to stay here to create more samples. I don't know if I can take spores and repurpose and make a ton of them, like make a whole horde of it, so I can travel the stars and still survive on the stabilizer that I produce for myself. But it's amazing that this is proprietary technology. There was nothing like this on SNR here, so the gardener made this. Amazing. He had to interact with Sleeper to figure out what to make. Greenway is speaking to you, and it is welcome. She looks up. I know it sounds crazy, but I know it to be true. Here is the evidence. And what I also know is it is no longer speaking to me. Even after decades here, I have never seen this kind of response. Not since the antidote so many cycles ago. She smiles. So, I'm going to make you a deal. You bring me as many clubheads as you like. I'll extract the stabilizer and give it to you. Freely. But you have to tell me what the Greenway says. You have to speak with it, to dig into it, find what being is at the center of it. I've traveled as far as I can. I need you to do the best. Can you do that? Yes. Rico sighs with relief and deflates into her chair. Thank you. I'm sorry for the other Sleeper. Truly, I am. I'm sorry I couldn't have done more. But I'm so glad I met you. She smiles. You are welcome here, anytime. Rico falls asleep. She looks smaller now, more fragile, and you realize how old she must be to have seen the collapse firsthand. She doesn't look that old, to be fair. You idle a little in the lab, in case she asks for anything else, but she remains silent, and so they drift back into the tunnel, thoughts of that other Sleeper and where they ended up, weighing on their mind. Upgrade point, grow your own, completed. Okay, how many of these do we have? 5, that's a lot. 5 for labs, equals grow beds. So, plant a seed. The only way to understand what gardening gave you is to grow it. Rick is incredibly excited by the prospect. Okay, so this is to complete this quest, as far as I know. With a couple of hubhead camps, Rico can extract the miraculous stabilizer they produce. It is heartening to believe. It is, and I'm gonna give all of it to her, because I have no other use for it, as far as I know. So 2 for 1. Jesus, I'm gonna have so many stabilizers. That is done. I can do this. I need to get this done so I can... more. So I can grow a new batch of shrooms. Like, getting 2 is amazing. I mean, I can still deteriorate a lot, but now I have a production stabilizer that is free of charge. I still can't do that, but maybe I can. What is it? Oh yeah, this is the clock. The other clocks I'm waiting to see. So basically running on idle for now. I want to check something on the site. I know there's this many enemies, so it's this and this. It's these 3. No, actually it's 4 relating to that one, and this and this. Yeah. Okay, it's good. I know all of these ones. Okay, this is... I'm waiting 4 cycles for that. and I'm waiting a bunch of cycles for the other thing. I don't know when this is gonna trigger. I think I'm gonna need to trigger it as well. I'm gonna see. I need to wait for these 2 cycles to complete. That's good enough. And I have 5 points, so I can get this. If I complete another one, I'm gonna get another, but I can't upgrade it to 3. Like if I waste 2, 3, okay, I can upgrade this, but I can upgrade 2 more. So I can upgrade 3 to 2, and I can upgrade this 2, which is good. But for now, I'm good. I can go to sleep. Suck.